Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory, where today I've been working on getting these supercomputers automated. We realized last time that if we're going to be making the Mark III miners, we're going to need these supercomputers automated. I already got the modular frames automated and just finished up the turbo motors in the last episode. So now's these turn. I already have steel pipes automated, and these guys are super easy to make. So yeah, don't need to automate these. But working it out has been fun. Not terrible, but fun. Because we're using an alternate recipe, as you saw. We're using this one, the OC computers, because we're going to be using radio controlled units and cooling systems. So those are going to be from a manufacturer and from a blender. And figuring it out, I'm going to be needing 9 and 9. 9 cooling systems, this guy, is going to require 22 and a half heat sinks, 4.5 motors, and 108 nitrogen gas. I know this is only like this, but you gotta scale this up by 3. And it's the same with over here for the radio controlled units. Gotta scale this up times 3, so we're gonna need 36 heat sinks, 18 high-speed connectors, and 108 crystals. It's actually really close on some of the numbers there. But getting it all figured out, I've got the heat sinks. Heat sinks. Yeah. My nose is stuffed. I just had a bloody nose, so I'm sorry if some of my words come out weird. But getting it all kind of figured out, I need a total of 58 and a half heat sinks, which is about 180 aluminum casings and 108 rubber. 180 rubber, not 108. The motors, that's going to be 4.5 motors, 9 stators, and 9 rotors, which is 126 wires, which is 45 steel pipes, which is 15 deuterium, which is 67.5. It's a whole. That one is actually the longest. Like some of the other stuff, like the high-speed connectors, they only take one machine here. Like it's got the biggest machine, but then like the motors, they take the most machines. But yeah, I have everything kind of figured out. So I'm going to need, for resources wise, I'm going to need deuterium, copper, quartz, iron, and coal, as well as the nitrogen gas and the quartz crystals. So I need to find a place that has all those items. So let's hop over to the map, shall we? All right, so here we are on the Satisfactory calculator, and there goes a train. Thank you for interrupting me. But if we take a look, if you remember this is where we have some nitrogen gas at that we can produce. Like this is the old one that we tapped into a while ago. And if we look here, we have pretty much everything we need. We have coal nodes over there, which I am tapping into, but I can overclock them and get even more out of them. I mean, I can even now make the Mark III, so if I have a Mark II on these that are even overclocked all the way, I can still make the Mark IIIs, and then I won't need one of them. I can divert, so it's nice. But then I've also got, down here, I've got copper, I've got deuterium, I've got iron, I've got the nitrogen gas, and I've got the quartz. And that's pretty much everything we need just right here, kind of in this little U shape. And there's even some deuterium and some bauxite nodes that I'm tapping into this one, I believe, and maybe that one, but there's even some bauxite right here I need for the aluminum casings. Now, that's gonna be like, that's all fine and dandy for that kind of stuff, but now that means all the way over here in the Spire Coast, I have to set up another drone to bring me in some rubber or the polymer resin because, yeah, that's from oil or even from here in this little area because this is where the blue crater. Yeah. Down in here, this is where I've got some more polymer resin. And that actually might be easier if I just do it by train. Yeah, I could do this by train, set up some polymer resin to come out here, and yeah, I might actually do that. So let's actually go kind of take a look at where we're at. All right, here we are. There's the nitrogen node that we were just looking at, and there's our kind of ladder to hell, honestly. There's a ladder and then like a pole. And then right below me should be, yeah, there's the quartz that we need. We're only stealing one, and even that, like, oh, nope, not this one. If we look at this, it's only transferring 45 items. So we could honestly not even need to tap into that one. We could just tap into the rest of that one. But there's the quartz, there's the nitrogen, there is a Deuterium node over there, but then there's the one that's right on the other side of this, I believe. Hang on. Deuterium. Ping, please. See, there's that one, and then that one. It's actually, it might be. It's straight ahead, so it might be over that cliff. But then on the other side of that is also the copper I need, and then there's some iron down in here as well. Then look, you can even see one of our power factories, where up top there is where we're getting the polymer. Hey, train. So yeah, so I might just build like in like this section right here, because then I could bring a train out, bring it up through here, because there's a natural pathway right there. So yeah, I can do that. I think this is gonna be our area. So let me go down there and kind of get a platform built. All right, here we are. I got the platform built out, and I've got the center line marked out, and I got our first machine down, which is of course our final machine, making the supercomputers. But oh hey, drone, look at you flying away. Oh wait, you're going to the wrong. Yeah, you're going to that one. Never mind, I thought he was going down there. But either way, all right, there's no drones actually going to that. But if we look over here, you can see there's the Deuterium we need, there's the copper we need. Down here, there's the iron we need. There's plenty more iron than we actually need. There is our nitrogen, and there's also some water, like right here. Yeah, see, there's some water if we need it for, making the actual iron and copper. Like I said, the only thing that is not here that we're gonna need is gonna be that bauxite, which the bauxite is. Oh, and the coal. I forgot about the coal. The coal's right here. Right. Yeah, the bauxite's all the way up here, but it's fine because it looks like we're not tapping into these two. So yeah, got a simple 20 by 20 platform, and time to start running belts and all that kind of stuff over here. So let me get to that, and that actually might be a stream. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so I got all the resources kind of brought over. You can see I've got a drone port right there that's coming from that bauxite node actually right there that I'm actually kind of surprised I can see from up here. Then we've got train stations, and it goes all the way over here to pick up the rubber, the plastic, and in fact, even coal. The coal is going to be coming in from there. I thought I could pick up the coal from there, but they're both being used to a max apparently. Like, yeah, so can't use those ones. Or at least not until I get Mark 3s on them. There's currently Mark 2s on them. Then I've also got, the Deuterium, the copper, and then the iron underneath. And then I've also, as you can see, run a pipe for the nitrogen. But the nitrogen won't be used until like right there. Because it's one of the last few items. So let's go down here and actually get some buildings placed down. Our first set of machines are down. We got the blenders on this side, technically the right side, and we got the manufacturers on the left side. I know I'm looking at it this way, so it's the opposite, but yeah. And they're all configured. I got 3, 3, and 3, so that's 9. Then over here, we got 3, 3, and 3 for another 9, so that we can make the 3 supercomputers. So now we just got to pull in their different items, start down the chain. Now, the nitrogen gas will be easy because it's just right there, and I just got to run a pipe up underneath and into there. Very simple. Like, legitimately, all I have to do is set a little thing like this right here, and here for the logistics downstairs. But that's all I need for that. But I realized I'm a bit of an idiot. If we go over here for the radio controlled units, quartz crystals. I forgot about quartz crystals. Now, you see that long pole right there? That's some quartz crystals. I'm not actually pulling all of it, so I may actually have another train kind of come around here, drop off some right there, and like literally drop it down and bring it in. So yeah, I didn't bring everything over because I completely forgot about those guys. But I'll get to that when I get to that. So let's start setting up the machines for all of these. And there we have the next set of machines all set up. All of this is literally just for the heat sinks that both the blenders and the manufacturers need. And it's quite a process if you can't tell. But let me run you through it from the front. So first, we've got the bauxite. That's, oh, actually, I just realized I didn't finish coal. I need to figure out the coal. Actually, there's a couple things I haven't finished. But either way, for the most part, the machines are down. I just got to do a couple more logistic lines, such as water, the bauxite, the actual bauxite that goes in here, and then the coal that goes in there. Otherwise, I have the aluminum slurry, sloppy aluminum, yeah, that. Got that coming through into these guys. This one is set a little below half. This one's at full tilt. But we get the bauxite turned into aluminum solution. Aluminum solution turns into scrap. That scrap then goes up here and gets smelted into aluminum ingots. I could overclock these if I wanted to use less machines, but I was like, I kind of want to make... I kind of felt like making a bigger factory, like a bigger as in size-wise factory. Plus it just looks more impressive this way. But if we go up here, you can see how I'm kind of splitting it. The one splits into these 6, and that one splits into these 3. And they all get sent downwards. Or at least all their finished product gets sent downwards. I don't have a way down over there. But we go down here. Whoop. So the ingots come out, and they'll go down underneath. They come down underneath here, go into these guys, and back out to these constructors where they start making the casings. Now you can see I kind of ran out of room right here for the assemblers. Hello, Mr. Bean. How did you get up here? Go away. I ran out of room for the assemblers, so I actually sent them backwards onto here. It actually worked out really great and kind of actually makes this area look really neat. Mr. Bean, don't... Either way, that stuff goes into the subflooring down here. Those are the 3 constructors. They come in, they go over to here, and then they go up. Those ones are for the rubber that will be coming in via the train. But then they go in through a manifold design right here for each of the assemblers, which then create the heat sinks that we need. And I have it set up to where these 3 heat sinks right here are for the manufacturers because they require 12 each, so that's 10, 20, and then this one is overclocked to 16, so 10, 20, 36. And this guy over here is 10, 22.5, 22.5, because 12.5 and 10, 22.5, and those will go over to the blenders. And you can see I added this little way up and down, so we can see that right here, here's the 3, they come over, they come down, and they go in. And I have it labeled so I don't mess it up, hopefully. So heat sinks are on the bottom. They go over and through into their manufacturers. And then these guys go along here. And they go, it's labeled here too, bottom again. Heat sinks go into there, and then we'll have the other resources like that. So next up, I can either start on the high-speed connectors, or I can start on the motors. I might do the motors because that's a bit easier of a process than the high-speed connectors, but we'll see. Alright, so since I forgot about it earlier, I went ahead and got the quartz kind of already set up. I'm gonna need 2 refineries? Refineries, yes, refineries. I got 2 refineries set up. This one's just barely overclocked. Like, yeah, it's just annoyingly below what I need. But these 2 will produce the 108 quartz crystals that I'll need for my manufacturers. I've already got it set up downstairs as well. If we go in here, you can see I've already got the belt lines, the output to come down. I kind of wanted to use a conveyor right here, but it was just being wonky, so I said, this is fine. So yeah, got the quartz crystal and the heat sinks all done. Never mind, because the quartz crystals are supposed to go on the top. Rude. Yeah, let me fix that real quick, and then I'll actually also work on something else, and I'll be right back. Alright, so it's been a couple days later since the last clip, and if you can't tell, my voice is kind of scratchy at the moment. But I got the next resource, which is none of those. It's over here. The next resource is going to be the high-speed connectors. Now, if you remember, just recently, I actually did a full factory on just high-speed connectors. And I kind of forgot how much of a pain that actually kind of was. Because, yeah. This went through several different designs to get this. And several different days. This is the 3rd or 4th day of me trying to get this thing built, and it's built. And it's all wired up for power. There's no power actually connected to it, and you can kind of see where I got a hole. But if we look, this is where we're going to be using copper to turn into wires. I thought I could stick with Caterium through the whole thing, but then I'd need so much Caterium ore that I'd have to ship it in from other places, and I'm like, there's a copper node there that I'm underusing. I'll just use more copper. And so I am. So all these are producing copper right here. Those ones are producing the Caterium. Now, the Caterium's literally all just going in for Caterium wire because I need like 1,008. And then the copper, I'm actually using most of it for this spot right here because I need like copper sheets, cables, and wires. Whereas, you know, this section really only needs the copper sheets and the cables. The wires are going to be for later for the actual rotors and stators and motors and the next resource I landed on a belt. But either way, copper's coming in from those guys, the Caterium's coming in. We go in here. This is where the copper is being produced, or being reproduced into wires and copper sheets. And then over here, this is where the quick wire is being made. So yeah, quick wire is going to be in here. It then skedaddles underneath, which actually I haven't made a way up and down in this area yet. But yeah, I forgot to hook up the... Oh, wait, no. These ones over here, I left apart. These ones are the ones that I need to rehook up. Because this is the Caterium line. And then those need to be reconnected up to go upstairs. I just had to tear it down because I had to rework the copper stuff. So yeah, that's why that happened. But yeah, I'll do that in the next clip. But either way, we gotta go back up here from there. We have the copper sheets are gonna go into here along with some plastic from our drone. And then over here, we have the wires turning into cables, which both of these resources just scoot along over here into a manufacturer where it'll, there's those two. And then the third resource, is it? I didn't hook that up yet either. Huh. Apparently I wasn't really ready for this clip yet. But that's what happens when you take 4 days to get this thing ready. But yeah. There we go. That's where the Caterium will come in at. I've apparently messed up where to put these holes. But either way, it's mostly done. All the machines are done. And all the power lines are in. I just gotta hook up the resource lines. And then I can get started on the iron stuff. So let me get to that. I'm not gonna lie to you. This part of the process was the easiest. And I probably should have started with it. Because this is the last step that I needed. So all the copper and Caterium stuff's all done. The quartz stuff's all done. The bauxite stuff's all done. So yeah, that's everything done. Except for cosmetic things, and there's still a few belts I gotta run. But let's just start over here with the foundries. Foundries make our iron and coal turn into steel, which goes into this little maintenance box, which is where everything kind of sorts itself and things come up, things go down. And I have a stairs up and down to the actual bottom floor. I also have stairs up here. Normally there'd be railings already up here, but I ran out. I've only got enough to place 2 more things, so I gotta run back to base again for the 7th time, I think. For this project anyways. But once the steel and everything comes up here, makes pipes on this side, and then more of the copper comes from over there into these guys to make wires. Both of these are actually the recipes we need for these guys. So they both come down, they come into here to both of these guys for stators and rotors. Now they both this one is an alternate recipe, so originally it's something else. Originally it's a much cheaper recipe technically. I could just go full iron because I got 2 more iron nodes down there, but I said still going with what I originally planned. So yeah, but both of these two actually then run underneath to the sub-processing floor. So let's go down here and actually get completely made in this guy. There just wasn't any place out there that I could aesthetically place this. There was no place he could go. It just didn't look right no matter where I placed him. So I shoved him down here. And then all the processing stuff goes out, goes into the lines, and then I even brought over the nitrogen, right? Nitrogen? Yeah, nitrogen. Brought it all over, brought it up, and it's just waiting to be connected. I'm just not connected just yet because I've still got bits and bobs to do before this place is finished. But yeah, for the most part, all the processes are set up. I just need to do the tedious parts of, sending resources to their different areas and whatnot, and getting belts run that aren't run yet. But that's going to be done tonight on my stream. So you won't be able to catch the stream tonight because obviously this is pre-recorded. But figured I should at least plug my streaming a little bit, in which, hey, editing Ryan, put that up. So yeah, I do stream over on Twitch, and I do have a Discord for you guys to follow these videos or follow my Twitch. So yeah, go give that a shout whenever you can. But otherwise, this whole process is done, and I just need to button up the hatches and tie off all loose ends. So let me do that. So after much hemming and hawing about it, I just went ahead and decided to go ahead and run a line instead of doing like a train or something for the quartz, because it just didn't make any sense otherwise to just, it's such a short distance that it needs to run that, you know, this is fine for what it is. And I mean, it'll eventually be torn down anyways for this to go to its final processing factory, but that is a Mark III miner and that one's a Mark II. But other than that, let's go ahead and take a look at the factory, because it's done. Factory is all built and ready to go. It took a while, but it's ready. So as you can see, I've got the nitrogen and the quartz coming in from exterior and just running it into there. This wall was kind of blank, so I just threw up these little pillars to give it a little bit of depth and threw in some windows. And as you can see, welcome to Fix-It Supercomputers. Still not sold on this entry ramp right here, but it'll do for now. But as we can go in, you can see I did a little bit of decorating with one of my newer mods, the More Deco mod. I made a little foyer, a little reception area for us to come in and, you know, be like, oh yes, I'm here to inspect the plant, or da 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 da. I like this. I like this statue. But you can see we've got the employees only area and the hard hats required. Oh, and the time is, it is getting dark, so let's not do that. Let's actually pause the time with the other mod. If we go in here, we can see what my brother calls the most sad employee break room area ever. And I mean, to be fair, I was going for that, so yeah, I did my job. So yeah, I've got some lockers lined up here with, you know, it's privacy, man. I can stand right here and just see everything. Like, but that gets you out onto the work floor. But we're going to go in through this way. Hard hats required. As we come in, we are immediately greeted by some of the refineries there, and a little bit more decoration because this wall was just kind of looking bare. But we go in, and we can see right here is the on-off switch for the whole factory. And I mean the whole factory, other than the quartz, the nitrogen, and like the stuff coming in from the drone. But this is where we'll be storing our finished product. These supercomputers will actually be stored in these 3 bins. And then you can kind of see it right here. I got a sink right there, which still needs to be hooked up, but I can do that afterwards. But all the product will go here, any extras will go to that sink, and all's fine and dandy. And everything is hooked up, like all the lines are now run, so it's just a matter of turning them on. Although I've got to turn this on, and then I actually have to run out that way to turn on a water switch. So let's not delay. Let's do it. Factory will whir to life. I need to run over here real quick and turn this, turn that guy on so the water will start running, because otherwise it wasn't. Double checking to make sure I had this water pipe flowing the right way. I was like, wait, is that supposed to be? Yeah, it is. So we should start to see things. Deuterium's not here yet, but we can go check on that. Sounds like this guy, yep, quartz is running. Oh, it looks like the alumina solution's running, turning into scrap. Just waiting on coal. Okay, time to go turn the factory off. I thought I hooked the coal up. Hang on, let me fix this. I will be right back. Okay, got the coal line correctly rerun. I apparently deleted my lifts at some point in time, but it's fixed now. So let's actually go back up here and return on the factory and hope things start working again. But these should now be receiving, yep, they're now getting copper. These should now be getting iron, or not iron, Caterium. Oop, I can hear these starting to word to life. This is now going to be receiving its coal, which means it's going to be making its scrap. That's good. Why are you guys... Oh, because I'm an idiot again. Boop. I think this needed just be the regular. I apparently have forgotten to set the whole recipes. Oh no. Oops. Yeah, let me at least turn these on and then I'll figure out if I need to overclock these. I don't think I do, but yeah, I'll be right back. Oh, those guys aren't even. Those guys are red too. Oh no, so many problems. I'll be right back. Alright, so there was just a few cut power lines that I needed to re-put in, which I think was due to the game crashing at one point, because this game has crashed a couple times during this whole process, but everything is now running. At least everything looks like it's running. I can't actually tell with those guys because their light sticks are hidden. But if we go up here and actually look at them, we should be able to see. So far, everything looks good. They are running. Just kind of slow on the Caterium, or the quick wire. How about you? How you doing? Your problem is the cable, huh? But everything should start to kick into high gear once the factory actually starts producing correctly. Did I just see a red light? No, I just saw the red glare off this. Okay. Maybe I should rethink my actual color scheming, because I like I use red because that's my favorite color, but might be a bit of an issue right now. But how are we doing? Nothing's come in yet, but the radio controlled units are now coming in. Look at you, look at you. Get on in there. That's our first radio control unit. 2 more should be passing through here. Yep. Oop, another one. Looks like we got these guys starting to whir to life. First little bit of their products are finally in. We should see here in a minute. More radio controlled. That's going faster. That's surprising, actually. Because, I mean, this side requires everything from this side to run. And I had problems with that. Like, all those were messed up, and those were messed up, but these are running faster. Oop, looky, looky. We're starting to get in the cooling systems. And we just need 3, so this next one will create us our first supercomputer. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Oh, there's 2 of them. Come on. In it goes. There we are. And if we're fast enough, I can probably run downstairs. And you guys can get the behind the scenes. That's iron. Yep. Why are you not running? That might be an issue. This might actually be an issue with some of the things. This isn't a smart splitter, but that might be why the cooling systems are taking a while. Did I miss this? No, I didn't miss the supercomputer yet. Did I? I hope not. I think I did miss one. Whoop, there it goes. But we've got our maybe second supercomputer. Let's hop on the boat with him. Actually, he's going to go up into the storage, so... Whoop. I'll go into here first. We've got supercomputers. And now I have to go through and kind of see if there's any problems going on. Because it seems to be that there might just be a few flow issues. But that's for me to do and not really for y'all to... I mean, I could take you guys along for the problem-solving trip, but this episode's actually pretty much done. So, I want to thank you all for watching. This has been a six-day project, I believe, and plenty of hours put into it. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I've been Dorkman191, and this has been Satisfactory. Bye, y'all.